Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. My name is Pedro. This is the Database Guys. This will be a weekly cadence of videos, trying to be a beacon of light for you guys whenever you guys have any questions and you need a quick tutorial on how to do a certain thing on the OCI console. So let's go ahead and get started. Today's video is about spinning up a DB on a VM. So we're going to go ahead and click on the hamburger icon on the top left and then select Oracle Database and then click on Oracle-based database VM DB. You want to make sure that you are in the correct compartment. And before you get started on creating a DB system, you want to make sure that you have a VCN already created. So once you, if you don't have one created, click on the hamburger icon, go to networking, go to VCN, and get one. Go ahead and spin one up. From here, we're going to go ahead and create DB system. Again, we want to make sure we're in the correct compartment. We give our name to our DB system and select the availability domain. From here, we can select our virtual machine or our bare metal, right? So virtual machine versus bare metal is basically dedicated versus shared. VM is shared, right? Because there can be multiple VMs sharing an architecture. It's scalable and can be used in racks, and it runs on top of a bare metal architecture. And bare metal is dedicated, only one architecture, and can be capable of much higher memory and IOPS than you can use on a VM, and it cannot be scaled. And VMs don't use hypervisors, but VMs use hypervisors to run on top of a VM's architecture. From there, we can go ahead and change our shape. This is really a configuration of different settings, and it's basically based off of your preference, right? So AMD has a flexible OCPU count, while Intel has flexible and fixed, right? So flexible shapes are where you can configure it yourself, and a fixed shape is where it is configured for you. So we're going to just stick with AMD for now, and we could select our number of OCPUs per node. We're just going to click select 4 for now and go from there. From here, we're going to go ahead and configure our storage. So we can go ahead and click on change storage. So this right here is grid infrastructure versus our logical volume manager. So grid infrastructure is Oracle's storage management solution. This support includes volume management, file system, and automatic restart capabilities, while Logical Volume Manager is used for quick deployments, provides a logical volume management system for managing Oracle database files. And then from here, we have balanced versus higher performance. Balance is recommended for most workloads, including those that perform random IOs, and higher performance is recommended for the most IO demanding workloads that require the best possible performance. So we're just going to stick with higher performance. And then you can go ahead and select your available data storage. You can have up to from 256 up to 81,920. So we just stay with 256 and save changes. And now we can go ahead and configure our database system, how many nodes we would like, and then which software edition that we would want as well. And then from here, we're going to go ahead and add our SSH key. So we can generate an SSH key pair. We can upload an SSH key file or paste one in. But we're going to go ahead and generate one, and then we're going to save our private key. So we'll click that to download it. And then from here, we're going to go ahead and choose our license type. A license is basically how you purchase the service. So if your company already owns Oracle Database Software license, you would choose a BYOL. The license included is subscribing to an Oracle Database Software license in the database service. And from here, we're going to go ahead and specify the network information. So again, like I said earlier, we want to make sure that we spin up a VCN before we go ahead and get started on this. I already have one, so let's go ahead and click on this one right here. And then we're going to go ahead and select the subnet, right? So subnetting is the practice of dividing a network into smaller subnets, each with its own unique network address, in order to make more efficient use of IP address space and to improve network performance. So we're just going to go ahead and click on one of them here. And then we're going to also give a host name prefix. The prefix forms the first portion of your database system host name. So we're just going to give it something random for now. Yep. And then we're going to go ahead and scroll down. And from here, we're going to give it a private IP address. You can give one yourself, or it's optional. You don't have to. It'll actually give one for you once you spin it up. And then diagnostic collections, right? So enabling diagnostic collections and notifications allow you in Oracle Cloud Operations to identify, investigate, track, and resolve guest VM issues quickly and effectively. So we have enable diagnostic events, which allows Oracle to collect and send fault notifications about critical warning and information events to you. Enable health monitoring, allow Oracle to collect metric events such as Oracle database up, down, disk space usage, etc., and share them with Oracle Cloud Operations. And you might receive some event notifications as well. And then finally, you can enable incident logs and trace collection, which allows Oracle to collect incident logs and traces to enable fault diagnosis and issue resolution. So from here, we're going to go ahead and click on next. If we click next and it doesn't move, it's because we didn't choose something. So we're going to go ahead and choose license included. And then from here, we're going to go ahead and give a database name. We're just going to keep it the way that it is for now. And then we can go ahead and scroll down and we have our database image. So let's go ahead and change database image. So Oracle database software images is the available versions of Oracle database software, where custom database software images are created by your organization and contain customized configurations of software updates and patches. So we're going to just stick with our Oracle database software images. We're going to click the latest one, which is 21C, and we're going to select. And then we have our PDB name. PDB is a collection of schemas and objects on your databases. It sits on top of a container, and you can have multiple PDBs on one container, and they are their own individual databases. So we'll just keep that for there for now. And of course, we're going to have to go ahead and create our administrative credentials. And we have used the administrator password for the TDE wallet checked off. So your TDE wallet, it provides encryption for sensitive data stored in database columns, table spaces, and backups. The TDE wallet is a container for storing the encryption keys used to encrypt and decrypt data in the database, and it is secure password protected repository that can be managed using Oracle Wallet Manager. And from here, we can configure our database backups. We can enable automatic backups, choose a backup schedule, a backup destination, and a backup retention period. And once that's done, we're going to go ahead and select Create DB System. And I already have a bunch already set up, so we're just going to click on Cancel over here. And let's just hop into this p.her-test. And there it is, right? Once it's done, it'll take a little bit to provision, but once it's done, it'll say available, it'll be greened out. And then you have your OCID. So if any time you need any support and they ask you for an ID or your OCID, you give them this right here. Okay. And that's about it. I appreciate you guys joining us for our first ever video. If you have any questions, please post them in the comments down below. And thank you again for joining us.